Hey lovies, welcome back to my channel. So today we're just going to go over some updates from my first IVF journey video. What's been happening, what are some of the things that are new for this week. I want to keep you guys updated as we go along. We're going to journal a little bit about some of the things that I've learned today, and we'll end the video with some spell work. As I mentioned before, I want to continue integrating spell work within my IVF journey. I think it's really important to practice fertility and what that means and things like that. So, and I also want to go over one of the fertility spells that I have in my grimoire. So I think that'll be fun. If that's something you kind of want to follow along and keep up with me with my journey, then keep on watching. Okay, so what has changed? Or let's give an update. Some good news, some not so good news, but you know, the Legion team is really strong. You guys are really supportive, and I always want to continue with a smile and with positivity. So let's go through some of the changes that we've had so far. So with my first video, I had mentioned that I was really happy that I had about 8 follicles to work with this cycle. However, when I came back in to do my my sonogram, the Lupron, which we went over, is to suppress your ovulation so we can have all of my follicles kind of in a baseline. They were growing too rapidly. So unfortunately, even with 8 follicles, and that's potentially 8 embryos that I can grow, it was a no-go, and we had to forego that round of follicles. So not a lot of people know this, but your follicles actually grow back. They cycle every 10 to 15 days. So even though it's kind of a blow, but we were going to try anyway in another 10 days, and that's where we are now. So for today, I got some really good news. Even though I'm not using 8, I have 7, but the great news is that all of the sizing are now are all kind of the same. So because my first batch didn't exactly work, it meant that my body didn't take the Lupron like it was supposed to. So I went from 10 units to 20 units. And by doing that, it was enough to get all of my current follicles all really nice level, which is what we want. So right now, the sizing is about 4.8, 5, 5.1, 5.2, 5 for another 4.8 point something. So the point is that they're all relatively around 5. So I'm going back down on Lupron, back 10 units, because I don't want it to be too strenuous. I'm going to start taking ACG injections, and I'm going to start taking the Follistim, which we went over is the follicle maturing injection. So with my blood work, I was able to get back today. So we're finally starting our first week of injections, first week of IVF, and I'll keep you informed. So it's a lot to take in. I'm taking 3 medications every night, but I'm still trying to stay positive. I know it's been a large investment. It's been not being able to go on trips and not being able to kind of do getaways with my friends because I have to stay behind and go on doctor's visits and have the injections. So there is some sacrifice, and that's coming with some of the things that I wish I would have known. Not that I would happily sacrifice it again. It's just, if you're busy and you have a lot of things scheduled, you know, planning your IVF journey or any type of fertility journey, you want to have the time. So it's very time consuming, and there's a lot involved, and because of how much it costs, you want to make sure that you're taking your time wisely. So we just got out of our second appointment for this official round of the IVF treatment. How are you feeling, babe, driving me every time, pretty much?
I'm fine with it. I just want to know what the papers say.
Tell them, are you done driving the hour that it pretty much takes to get down here?
No, I'll do it every time as long as it, leads to the results we want. It really doesn't bother me. The driving is minuscule in the long term.
Yeah,
so
that's true. That's true. But I am ready to not have to work in the car and do all this. It's a lot.
And work while you're in the actual.
Yeah.
She's asked you that before, like, are you working right now?
Yeah.
While you're sitting with the doctor.
So here, I saved this for you because I want to show you what this looks like. So here, that's what she sees. Isn't that cool? So like if you look here, all these little dots right there, those are all my follicles.
Okay.
So when she looks, she sees that like she can measure, this is number 3, this is number 2, and then this guy is a big old cyst, and what that is, an old follicle. So that's part of the old batch that hasn't kind of fleshed out yet.
Okay.
Wild, right?
Yeah.
So then here you can see,
this is an actual rundown of the size of each follicle.
Right. So it's a lot of information. So you look at the MD. So follicle number 1, you look at the MD.
So another thing that I'm looking at right now, this means that there's 7 follicles, 4 on the right, 3 on the left.
Right.
Okay.
We knew that. We potentially actually had 8, but one's that jumbo cyst looking thing. Mm. So if you look at the right one, right, it says MD. You see where it says 79?
Yeah.
And then look at the rest of the MDs.
53, 65, 66.
Right, and then on the left?
MD 71, 50, 58.
Right, so what that means is that, remember last time we went and I have, by this time they've already seen it, but last week in our first visit for this round of IVF, the first ones were like 5.5, 0.4, 0.51, so they were all closer together. This tells me that this is more spread apart. So for the follicle to be mature, it needs to be over 0.8. So that's a problem, right? Because we have 0.79 here, that's almost mature. We have 0.71 here, and then the other ones really aren't taking to the medication like they should. So it's just not the worst news. We just have to change up our medication. And then we'll be back on Friday to see how well the dosage is doing for the smaller ones. Okay, next I want to start writing, and this guy got this from my mom for my birthday. You can see the whole haul that I've gotten on my last video, so I kind of want to bring you through this, do some journaling. I have some stickers here that I love that I've been putting in here. I've gotten these amazing Palo Santo sticks from my good friend Maria over at Poison Ivy Macrame. I'll leave her information here. My mom also did purchase these from her, but she's a good friend of mine. A fellow practitioner. She sells a lot of crystals, a lot of macrame pieces. So if you were interested in getting or gifting a Palo Santo stick that has pretty much any staying that you want. So she chose my IVF journey. So I love burning these when I'm writing in my journal or doing any of my fertility spells. It's just so nice and so magical. So again, this is from Poison Ivy Macrame. I'll leave her information down below. You can get something as awesome as this, or you can get your name, or you can get any type of intention. Super customizable and really made from an awesome seller. So you know how we are on this channel. We love supporting small business, especially female-owned businesses. So give her a shout out. So, okay, I'm going to burn one of these. I'm going to rest it on my copper bowl. I have these available in my apothecary. I'll link that below. And yeah, let's burn this puppy, get some smoke, get into a little good headspace, and we will do some journaling. The first thing I'm going to update is the doctor's appointment. So we showed the one on 5/18, and then the next one that I have is Friday. So I'm basically just writing this down and keeping track of when I have to go back to the Family Fertility Center. And usually when I go back, it's for a sonogram and blood work. Friday's going to be a big day because, as you just saw, we're depending on my follicles really to grow. The Five of Feathers card I got from my friend Lisa, and it's all about strategy and resilience, which is perfect to keep in here because that's what planning is all about, especially fertility planning. So here I'm taking the time to journal on this prompt, and it's a really good one. It says, gratitude exercise. Write down all the ways in which you are strong. So here I write things that mean a lot to me. The way I am strong is to provide for my husband and I, to share my passions with people and inspire, to be a great businesswoman and constantly push myself to the limits. If you know me, I'm always creating. I'm always on the go because I push myself to be better every day. And to remain positive, to be a better and honest practitioner. Those are some of the strongest things that I know that I just try to keep myself balanced with every single day. Okay, so we're going to jot down our follicle count. I love this section of the journal, so that way I can put last week's as you saw. And here I'm just keeping my numbers and my actual sonogram inside my journal. I just absolutely love that as a keepsake. It doesn't give you exactly enough room to put down all of your follicles, so I just chose to put them on a sticky note, which is totally fine. That way I have room to put down other information should I need to. Okay, so we are finished journaling. So what I like to do after I do some journaling, and you saw that I'm going to leave some things that I'm going to be filling out on my own, like the medication and things like that. There's meditation prompts in here too, which are really, really nice. So I'm going to go and show you a spell work that I do, and we'll see if that helps anyone. Okay, so let's do the spell portion of this video. This is actually, as you just saw, this is a spell that is personally in my grimoire, and I'm really, really excited to share it with you. I will be making small vials of what I'm making today, so you can head on over to JC's Apothecary. I'll leave that link below, and you can support me by purchasing a vial. If you know someone who is in fertility treatment, or if you are trying to get pregnant yourself, this is what I've been doing, and we'll find out if it's been prosperous. So, but if you want to make these items yourself, you have a lot of these, by all means, I encourage you to make them on your own, especially if you've grown some of these things or if just kind of dried some of these items. So you can go out and get them, or you can support me in my shop. Either way, I'm really excited to share these with you. So the supplies that you're going to need are, first and foremost, your candle. This one I got at the Dollar Tree. It smells like coconut and lime. I love that. Refreshing. So you need a green candle. You're going to need some lavender essential oil. You're going to need dried carnations. Angelica root, we got this one at the Witch's Moon on the last unboxing, I believe. You're going to need olive oil. I love this plant guru. This is cold pressed olive oil. Really, really nice. So look at the back, just in case you guys were interested in this. But this is what I've been using. All of my oils that I have on my shop. If anyone has a nut allergy, my substitute is olive oil. And you're going to need a flame or heat safe bowl, or if you have a cauldron, that's nice. I'm just going to use this to put my candle on top. So whatever you use, just like this one, this is the one that I've been using. So you can see that, you know, I like to put my, my ingredients with my candle. So if you have a cauldron that's big enough, you can kind of place that in there. So that's my personal guide. And some pine needles. And it's pretty simple, and I'll walk you through it. You can add to this if you want. You can completely change my blessing and prayer to whatever you feel that you're drawn to. So I'm just kind of here to give you some of the things that I work with. And of course, I mean, that's how magic works, and that's the beauty of our practice. We kind of get little things from everyone and create our own magic, you know? So, all right. The first thing you're going to do is you're going to dress the candles with lavender oil and your herbs. So I'm just going to open this up. So you can feel free to dress the entire candle. I'm just going to do the top for you guys. Oh man, I just opened this and it smelled even better. So you're going to dress your candle. I'm going to take some olive oil and lavender. You need very little of your olive oil, whatever oil that you are using. I love olive oil for my spell work, so I'm just going to take a couple drops of that. You're going to take a few drops of your lavender. You are then going to take your angelica root. Okay, and you're going to lastly take your carnations. So you're going to really just kind of mix in all of these ingredients. You could add a heat tool to this if you really wanted them to stay, but it's really not necessary. If you're dressing the sides, then you might want to do that. But the top, totally fine as long as the wick is there. And that's basically a simple dressing. You can go as deep with this as you want. You can do the whole entire thing. You can roll it. That's how I really like to dress my candles. But for today, we're only going to do the top. So then you're going to take a piece of paper. I have my paper here. And on the piece of paper, you're going to write your wishes and your goals and anything that you want to manifest with this spell. So let's do that together. So I wish for this spell the blessing of fertility, a safe retrieval day. That's when they retrieve your eggs in your IVF retrieval day, and a healthy baby. Something simple. You can make it as long, as extravagant as you want. I like to, when I'm especially writing down wishes on a paper, so like let's just say for a wish paper, I like to keep them very direct and concise. So a lot of other prayers, especially if you're kind of chanting them out or something that you want to kind of like a daily prayer, that can be more involved. But if I'm specifically asking for my spirit to provide me with this wish, then I want to make it really, really concise. There's no room for error when it comes to something that you really want. So you're then going to take the pine needles, and pine is really good for fertility. It's that evergreen energy, that strength energy that we're going to need. And you're going to take some pine needles. I'm just going to pull some right out of here, and they still smell so good. Yep, all about fertility. And you're going to close it up. So you're going to burn the paper. And when you burn the paper, you're going to recite the blessing of fertility that I have, and I will read it out to you. Mother Goddess, hear our plea, a blessing of fertility. Fill our lives with joy and laughter, a precious child to look after. We set our paths to honor thee. Please breathe life inside of me. Water, air, earth, and fire. We ask you for our heart's desires. To give us this would be such a joy, a little girl or a little boy. Please, Mother Goddess, fill our need, show us your love, and plant the seed. I get emotional every time I read this because it's just so beautiful. It's all about the life and breathing in life and things like that. So again, you're going to want to burn this paper with the pine cones and just kind of just let it sit in your bowl. If it goes out, it's not bad juju or anything like that. So just let it burn and reburn it if it goes out. And you're going to repeat it. Mother Goddess, hear our plea. A blessing of fertility. Fill our lives with joy and laughter. A precious child to look after. And you just repeat that until it's completely dwindled down. Shouldn't take more than a couple of seconds. And that's it. And let that kind of pine waft. Then you're going to burn your candle. Okay. You're going to burn your candle and then put that right on top of your wish. And then you're going to meditate. After you're meditating, feel free to just never blow it out. Take a candle snuffer or something to put out the flame. I really strongly believe that you shouldn't blow out a candle. And you don't want to kind of mess up any of the herbs that you have here. And that's it. So you snuff out the flame, and then every day, if you're in fertility and you're just about to kind of go into any of your procedures, burn this every night. If you're in that dreaded 2-week wait, burn this every night until your 2-week wait, either until you get your answer or you have no more candle left. And I love this candle from the Dollar Tree because it's pretty big, so it can last you, unfortunately, if you have to go through a few cycles. So that is my spell. I really hope that you guys enjoyed it, and let me know if you will be doing and if it's helpful for you. Thank you guys for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this video. It's been really nice documenting and sharing my journey with you. Before I go, I do have a giveaway, and it's from one of the shirts from my Teesprings that I've created. I have a bunch of shirts if you want to go there and support my work and my channel. But this one, I really wanted to make a shirt specifically for all of the witchy mamas to be, or witchy mamas that are trying. I wanted to make a shirt for you guys, and I love the way that this came out. So I will give you a picture here, and the link can be found down below. It's my Teespring link, all my merch, my bags, my other shirts, and things like that. You can find them there. But I love this one. So this is gonna be a giveaway. It's an extra large. It says Book of Shadows, Tarot cards, Athame, crystals, spells, and then baby dust with a cute little pentacle there, and I just love it. And then in the back, it just has my YouTube name, Lipstick Legion Craft. So I would love if you guys went ahead and got this for yourself, or got this for any of the pagan moms that are really going through any type of journey, or if they're just trying, maybe not exactly fertility treatment, but you know someone or a friend who's been wanting to start a family, wish them some baby dust. So comment below baby dust, and I will pick at random someone to send this shirt to. US only, please, for this time. And good luck. Thank you again, everyone, for watching. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.